What's going on? If you're somebody new to software engineering, you've come to the right place because I am currently about to start a boot camp, and within this boot camp, I'm doing galvanized hack reactor. If anybody is familiar with that, essentially, going to be doing nothing but JavaScript. I think maybe you're touching on a little bit of Python, not sure, and HTML, CSS, and backend stuff. Essentially, we're going over a couple things. So if I'm a couple steps ahead of you, then keep watching this video because you're my target audience. But if you want to keep watching and just maybe you might learn something too. If you already been in coding for a while, maybe I might give you a refresher on something too. But my main target audience is those people who are a couple steps behind me, who haven't really got started on the coding journey, or you're just kind of learning about it on your own right now, and this is just has happened to be the topic, or you're trying to learn about how you can kind of walk through coding challenges and stuff like this. Because if you don't know by now, we're doing a coding challenge. This coding challenge is going to involve some maps. It's going to involve turning maps into arrays, vice versa. It's going to also involve some different operators and stuff. So if you're not aware of my channel right now, I'm currently going through a Udemy course. If you don't know what Udemy is, it's an online learning platform. It's awesome. I recommend it to anybody who's trying to learn anything about. It's mainly just got tech, some stuff on YouTube on there, marketing. It's got a little bit of everything, honestly, but I really recommend it for people in tech. It has some great people on there who are teaching awesome things that range all the way from software engineering to networking and stuff like that. But I'm not sponsored, but I do enjoy the course. I get it for free because I am in the military, so that's what I'm currently on right now. I'm taking this Udemy course. It's called Zero to Expert. It's by Jonas Schmetman. If you don't know who that is, this guy is really awesome at it, breaking down the different methods and concepts within JavaScript. And he also adds along some projects so that you can do with him, and he'll show you how to do them, and you can work on them together. And then that way you have something in your portfolio at the end of this course as well. So keeping that in mind, we're going to get into this coding challenge. Welcome, subscribe if you're new. I really help it. It helps me get these videos out to new beginners just like you, so we can all get our foot into the software engineering realm, and that way we can start our careers and start progressing. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into this coding challenge. All right, so essentially we like to read over. If you haven't seen in my previous videos, we read over these coding challenges and then we work on them together. So let's continue with our football betting app. In the previous video, we were doing some type of app with football. And this time we have a map called game events, which he has right here. And the values are events themselves. So right here, goal, substitution, all these are the values, and the keys are the minutes in which each event happened. So at minute 17, there was a goal. At minute 36, there's a substitution. And a football game has 90 minutes plus some extra time. So when he says football, he's from Europe, so he's referring to soccer if you're from America. So if that kind of made it a little more clear. Um, so the first task we're going to do is create an array called events of the different game events that happen. No duplicates. So we might be looking at a set right here. So we're going to go hop into VS Code and start working on this. Alright guys, so if you take a look here at number 1, we have right here, create an array of events of the different game events that happen, no duplicates. So it's saying no duplicates, so we're thinking of a set, right? Because a set is essentially just a bunch of values, but you can only, it's unique values. So if I look right here, I have goals, substitution, goal again. So it's not going to have goal twice. It's just going to have goals, substitutions, yellow, and red cards. So that's what we want. So the way we're going to do this is first we're going to create a array called events. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to create it. We're going to create a set, right? So we're going to do new set. And if you look right here, we want just mainly the values. So these are the values, the gold, the substitution, the yellow, and red cards. So the way we get those is we're just going to do game events dot values, right? So this is going to turn it into an array of the values, and the set is going to turn it into a set. So it's going to make it all unique. So any of the duplicates, it's going to get rid of those, And then the way we turn this into an array, because currently right now the way it stands is it's a set. We're going to put it in parentheses and we're going to spread it. And we're going to do the same parentheses down, or I meant brackets, sorry, brackets. And boom. And now we're just going to console.log events and we're going to give it a save. And then we're going to run. And if you look right here at the bottom of the output, now we have an array with just goals, substitution, yellow, and red cards. So that's how we do that first portion right here of creating an array of events and of the different game events. So next we're going to move on to step 2. Alright guys, so if you take a look right here, what we've done is game.events, and we use the .delete method, and this will essentially delete. So if you look right here, after the game has finished, it was found that the yellow card from minute 64 was unfair, so remove this event from the game events log. So it wants us to remove this portion right here. So this is the key 64. Now keep in mind that you have to put a value, right? You have to put a number. You can't put a string like this. If you put a string like this, it's still going to be there because this is a string, not a number. So you're going to have to put 64 the number, and keep in mind that that's the whole point of maps, is that you're able to use different data types other than strings as the key. So, and then we console.log game.events and we save it and then run. If you look right here, 64 is no longer there. So step 2 down. Let's move on to step 3. Alright guys, so if you take a look right here, it wants us to compute and log the following string to the console. An event happen on average every blank minutes, right? So it says 9 here, is just an example, but it wants us to calculate how many was the average of minutes. So the way we do this is, if you're anything familiar with math, you'll know that, in order to get the average, you just add them all up and then divide by that. So an event happen on average every, so there's a total of 90 minutes as it tells us in the game, and we want to divide 90 minutes by the amount of events that happen. So if you keep in mind, dot size is a method that will give us essentially the size of that map. So right now our map size is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 minus 1 because of the one that we deleted here. So 90 divided by 10 should give us 9 minutes. So we're going to save it and run it and see what it tells us. So let's see here. And event happen on average every 9 minutes. So that's what we get. That's step number 3. Let's head over to step 4, where we're looping over the game events and splitting it up in halves. Here we go. Alright guys, so if you look right here, we are looping over to game events, which is this map, and we're going to have to destruct it a little bit so we can give each one essentially a variable. So we can give the key a variable, and we can give the goal a variable. So we're also going to have to use dot entries right here, so that way it gives us back an array so we can loop over them. So essentially right now it looks like an array inside of an array, and it essentially looks like this right here, but it's not a map anymore because we turned it into entries. So that first value is going to be the key, so we'll just name it time, and then the second one will be we can just name it event that happened. So now all we have to do is create essentially decipher whether it's in the first half or the second half. Alright guys, so if you look right here, we looped over, and the first variable time is for the key, so it's for these number values, and event is for the values, which is the substitution, yellow card, red card, and goals, and of game.event entries, which is essentially making it entries so we can have access to the keys and the values. And then we're console.logging. So if time is less than 45, console.log first half and then at the time value. So if, for example, right here you can see 17, it'll give 17 at, and then it'll replace the event with the value of whatever the event is. So in this case, a goal. So if you look right here, console.log, first half 17, goal, first half 36, minute 36 substitution, and then after that, all of them are second halves because they are indeed above 45. So that's pretty much the whole coding challenge in a nutshell. So we used a little bit of logic right here. The last one, we looped over a map, which was pretty cool. And we also did a little bit of logic on the third step. We implemented dot size, that method. So there's a little bit of methods involved in creating arrays, turning maps into arrays, things like that in this coding challenge. It's pretty cool overall. I myself enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. Hope you learned a little bit. Hope I could also explain this very well. I'm not the best teacher at the moment, but every video I'm getting better and constantly working on my knowledge for myself and to teach you guys. So I hope I can make it very understandable and thorough for you guys. With that being said, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment if you haven't already. And if you're wanting to join the Discord, which I highly recommend, I have a lot of people on there who are also just like me and you getting into software engineering. We're very passionate about this. We're wanting to start careers in this, and we're always just kind of conversing about it, sharing our knowledge. Some people are further ahead, some people further behind. It's all good because we're all sharing that knowledge too. So join the Discord down below. Click on it, join, and just start talking about whatever you're learning, and we'll jump in and carry that conversation on. And also, if you're looking for a PC to be built, let me know. I do PC builds, infinite gaming PCs. Check it out. Link down below. Fill out the custom build form. It get you started. And if you're wanting to donate to a nonprofit that I have where I give kids gaming experiences, essentially what I mean by that is we take in monetize donations on GoFundMe as well as PC parts, things like that. And what we do is we take those parts, we add things to them, and with our resources that we get from the nonprofit, and we'll go out and give a kid a gaming PC or console or something like that. So if that sounds like something you want to help contribute to, please let me know. I also have videos on my channel with those types of videos where I go out and give a kid a PC. Let me know how you feel about that. Just please, if you want to donate. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching again. And I'm pretty bad at talking if you can't tell, but we're gonna get better, guys. And I'll see you guys in this video right over here where I'm talking about another coding challenge that is definitely gonna help you out. Check it out. Peace.